cat, which is my favorite cat because they're just giant cats. Russian blues are hyperallergenic. Yeah, the fold cat. I want, like, fuck, why do I want this game? You can build little, like, they look like airships, so. But they're ships, but they look like airships. The character designs. Yeah, it's a while.
God.
Yes.
It's kind of tea.
It is just some green tea.
Delish.
Yeah.
Yes, and I have a nice steaming cup right next to me. Lemon ginger.
Oh, nice.
Should be good for the vocal cords. I most certainly did. Dear Lord.
Excited. What? Oh my god.
Yay. Oh. I can hear myself, I think.
I hear a teeny tiny echo, but it's very faint to me.
That's not on stream. I was like wondering if that was on stream, but
Alright, hello everybody. Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. We're in Code Realize land again. What a surprise. It's Tuesday and we're back here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been in this place before.
It's almost it's almost like we do this sometimes on a weekly basis. Can you, like, I don't know. I'm just getting a feeling it's kind of a thing. But hi, welcome in Scully. Get handed virus. Yeah. Yeah, so for those of you who have not joined us, I mean, it's number 5, so what a way to start. But if you have not joined us, let's go in the round room and introduce ourselves. But I figured, I forgot what I was about to say. Like, I was talking and then my brain just kind of exited the building. I was like, what am I even saying right now?
Yeah,
It happens. Yeah, anyway, hi, I'm Nur. I play Adrak, and I handle all the narration here.
My name is Tantan, and I play Arsene Lupin. Delacroix II.
Oh my
and
god.
the Assailant.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm Matcha.
Oh god. It finally happened.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm Matcha, and I play Van Helsing, Saint Germain, Christ be with you, Lionheart, and Herlock Sholmes.
I am Moji, and I am voicing Victor, Cece, Nemo, and Alistair.
And I'm Alex, and I'm voicing Impy, Finis, the Queen, and Omnibus.
Alright. So, and also every time I do this, I do the recap paragraph, so that it's time for that now. Alright, so last time on Code Realize, we met the boy responsible for all the thefts, one of the last surviving vampires and Dracula's son, Delacroix II. After a train ride and some fighting, he now lives in St. Germain's Manor. But now we have a different problem. The government's involved now, and they're after Victor. However, Victor has a plan to try and get the government, specifically Queen Victoria, on our side. And also, we're no longer broke. Lupin kind of fixed all that. So anyway, yeah. But we're here.
Lupin was like, we have money.
Yeah.
We could always use more money.
Hi?
Oh.
Hello?
Whoa.
Like, I saw my PNG super freeze. I was like, what's going on?
And then I saw everybody's just normal Discord icon.
What
Very
the
good,
hell?
Fugi.
Okay, anyway, Fugi is working overtime today, I guess.
I'd never seen it before.
I've never seen it before either. It's morphin' time. Yeah, anyway, the next night, ellipses. I sit alone at my desk, writing. I'm reviewing the emergency first aid methods and gun construction plans Victor and Van Helsing taught me, respectively. If I can remember my first aid properly, I can avoid any confusion in the heat of the moment. And knowing a gun's construction can lead to knowing how to handle an opponent who is carrying a gun. None of this knowledge is for direct application, but knowing it will help me make calm decisions when the time comes. That's what I've been told, anyway. I wonder how long it's been. I stretch a little and open the window to let the night breeze in. Then... Victor! I see Victor out in the yard. Whatever he's thinking, just sitting there silently, unmoving. Ellipses. I consider what to do for a while, then decide to join him in the yard. There's something I want to tell him. And then, when I arrive, Victor still doesn't show any indication that he'll move. I try waiting a little while, but nothing changes, so I decide to speak up. Aren't you gonna sleep, Victor?
Ah! Whoa!
It seems he didn't notice me walk up so close to him. He almost drops his book in surprise. Oh, sorry. I didn't think I'd scare you so much.
Sorry about that. I was just thinking about something and didn't realize you were there. What are you doing here? Did you come to feel the night breeze?
I was studying in my room and then I saw you out here.
You were studying this late? It's good that you're enthusiastic about learning, but don't overwork yourself.
Alright, but it's fun to review all the things that everyone has taught me, and very beneficial as well.
I see. You're a hard worker. I need to be the same way.
Thanks.
Huh? For what?
For thinking about everyone. If your suggestion works out, it'll guarantee safety for all of us. Then it'll be easier to find something about Papa.
It's nothing. I'm just thinking of my own safety.
Even so, it's still going to save all of us as a result. That's why I want to thank you. Thank you, Victor. ...
You shouldn't be thanking me. I'm a horrible person.
I don't understand why you would say this or what is so horrible about him. I think you're a very respectable person who has not killed anyone. Victor looks so incredibly sad for that that I want to make him smile somehow. You're very kind and considerate and smart and courageous. I respect you so much as a person who's never killed someone.
That's so kind of you to say. I never thought that someone would say that about me.
Victor smiles his usual smile, but it seems like an act and more fragile than ever.
Oh, alright. Let's call it a night. Staying up late isn't good for us.
Alright, let's go. I'm worried about Victor, but it's probably not my place to step in any further than I already have. I turn around to see Victor still sitting in the same spot. Victor, aren't you going back to your room?
Right. I just thought maybe I'll sit here and think for a little while longer.
Ellipses. Narration style. Would it be alright if I sat next to you?
What?
Just because.
Just because?
Victor laughs, and this time his smile is very natural. The next day.
Alright, everyone. There's no time like the present. I scrapped together all the information I could to create our plan.
Lupin is speaking to us as we gather around the dining table for brekkie. The dark circles under his eyes are probably due to the hard work.
So, as to how we will accomplish the goal of getting Victor to negotiate with Queen Victoria.
For starters, the biggest problem is probably finding a way to meet her.
Could we send her a letter? It'd be safe.
That would likely be difficult. If we can't trust the messenger, it's doubtful that the letter will reach her.
Right. It probably wouldn't be effective. When you set out to blackmail someone, you need to make it clear you have power. We need a message that'll make them think that we won't go down easy. We have to make ourselves look strong even if it's fake.
Make ourselves look strong? How exactly do we go about doing that? Stop being vague and give us an example.
In short, we're going to raid Buckingham Palace and confront Her Majesty the Queen in person.
Mm.
A raid? What, are you crazy? You're gonna turn the entire country against us.
Impy? Knowing Lupin, there's a chance of success here, isn't there?
Lupin smiles confidently and spreads a large blueprint across the table.
This is the layout of Buckingham Palace. It's the center of the administration and the royal family's personal residence. Queen Victoria usually stays within the heavily guarded palace, so we never be able to reach her directly.
And she's tougher to get to than Finis.
However, there will be an opportunity coming up when Victoria makes a public appearance for the knighting ceremony. You know, the ceremony where you make a knight.
I don't know what that is. What's the definition?
The ceremony specifically tonight.
Whoa.
That ceremony.
What is that exactly?
Oh, okay, Adrak.
It's something of a government event. Bestowing knighthood is normally conducted within the palace. However, it has become customary for the Queen's ceremony to take place outside, to allow the public to see the glory. Obviously, there will be copious amounts of security, and since the public can attend, there will be a grand turnout. Oh, and also, it was at this event that Van Helsing was given the greatest title a knight can receive, the Most Excellent Order.
Most excellent. Wow, you really are amazing, Van Helsing.
So, we burst into the ceremony, then make them promise in front of everyone that they won't lay a finger on Victor.
Isn't it dangerous to do something like this in front of so many people?
That's what makes it so great. We'll make a showing entrance to create the illusion that Victor has powerful backers. The other benefit is that we can all use the civilians there as hostages. You know, kidnapping again.
Hello?
We can't do that. That would make us actual terrorists if we involve innocent people.
Yeah, I think it's too dangerous. We can't even hold that many people in the manor.
All part of the plan. We're laying it all out for the Queen to make it easier for her to make that decision.
What do you mean?
This is what he means. If the Queen were to obey the commands of a terrorist, her authority would crumble. But if she makes a painful decision in order to save her people, her rule will become even more solidified. You're awfully considerate, even of your blackmailee. The title of gentleman thief shines brighter than usual today.
Of course.
I'm starting to think I don't truly understand what a gentleman is anymore.
That's good, Adrak. That's a normal reaction.
Yet, she may say she'll release Victor in that moment, only to take her words back later. Shouldn't we be considering the possible risk we might be facing? A battle of wills against Queen Victoria is no small thing. I can't imagine she would fall for this ploy so easily.
Leave to me. In true Lupin form, I'll call her bluff.
Lupin nods firmly in response to Victor's words.
The knighting ceremony takes place in exactly 5 days. Why don't we begin our preparations?
After that, we start to prepare for the negotiation to come. We use an automobile to carry the ornithopter into an alley near a certain hotel in the city. This is so we can land right in front of Queen Victoria as she appears at the beginning of the ceremony. Aside from that, we double-checked and procured items to protect ourselves, as well as secured our escape route. But since the plan is merely to get us in front of Queen Victoria, there were no complicated contraptions like on the train. On the day of the mission, we planned to go to the hotel that we have placed the ornithopter behind.
You want me to house it? How dare you? Why would I?
From Deli's response, it seems he's not very willing to cooperate. However, he begrudgingly agrees to stay at the mansion since he doesn't know of any other places he could go to kill time.
Well, I guess it's acceptable. But I do not understand why I should have to take care of Cece. Normally, I wouldn't bother attending to needs of an animal. But I'll do it for him.
He does look rather pleased about caring for Cece, though. Alright.
Dog sitting.
Yeah, dog sitting. Alright, we're all ready. I had the option of staying as well, but everyone agreed that my skills would be of good use during the mission, because I can melt people. I know it's important to stay alert and keep my defenses up, but more than that, I'm so happy to hear everyone that they say they needed my help. The day of the mission. I hear fireworks going off far away. We are staying in a room at the hotel some distance from Buckingham Palace. Victor, looking out the window anxiously, takes a nervous breath. Oh.
They're starting. I need to make it work for all of our sakes.
Relax, Vicky. We've gotten through some bad scrapes in the past. We can handle this.
I'm coming along with you, so so you needn't worry if anything comes up.
Anything will not be coming up ever. Alright everyone, it's almost time. Get ready.
I'll stay here and wait with Impy. I'll help with the escape from the ornithopter if something happens. Do I have everything right? Lupin looks like he's about to agree, then suddenly furrows his brow. What's the matter, Lupin?
Shh. Quiet. This is strange.
Looks like anything did come up. The gentleman thief's plans never do measure up, do they?
Van Helsing sighs and continues cleaning his gun.
Good.
Hey now. Don't scare me. Do you feel some sort of presence?
Just the opposite. There are no footsteps from the door above or below us. We're alone in this hotel right now. It seems that way.
How can you even tell that? Are you wizards or something?
Suddenly there's a high-pitched mechanical squeal from outside.
Ahem! Testing, testing.
That voice. We're probably all picturing the same face right now.
Ahem! This is Captain Rampart Leinard of the Royal Family Guard. This hotel is surrounded by 200 British soldiers. Surrender now.
Captain Leonard?
Whoa! What's he doing here?
Isn't it obvious? The government must have been made aware of our plans.
That's impossible. There's no way they could have caught on. I was so careful to cover my tracks.
Van Helsing, looking out through a different window, responds.
There is no denying that we're surrounded. If what this Leonhard says is true, 200... might be trouble.
You think? This is what's called a dire situation.
What are we gonna do? Lupin falls silent, looking serious. After a brief silence, it isn't Lupin who speaks first. It's Victor.
Change of plans. I'll draw their attention and you guys get out of here.
What?
Leonard is captain of Victoria's personal guard. He works under different orders than Twilight. If that's the case, then he's only after me alone. I'll tell them that I threatened you to shelter me and act alongside me.
But what will happen to you?
It'll be fine. I'll negotiate after I've been captured. I'll get through this.
Victor cuts the conversation short, as if to say that he won't accept any opposition. Alright, what are we gonna do? So, like, for anyone watching, you can do a... Did I turn that back on? Actually, wait just a second. Did I turn that option back on?
Oh.
Oh no!
No.
I did not!
Ah!
Shush. Okay,
No.
pause. Let me just, it's on now. It's on now. Like, nothing happened. Like, nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Okay, well, 10, what do you want to do?
I don't know why I'm typing. Ellipses.
Oh.
Ellipses. In the heat of a moment, I couldn't respond with anything but ellipses. I don't want to let Victor go, but I can't think of any viable alternatives.
This is a difficult problem. We have no time to sit here and ponder the possibilities. We're currently surrounded.
Hi?
I'm leaving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Bubby.
Alright, I have a cat in my arms now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Bubby.
Bubby.
Victor, I reject your idea.
You cause chaos, my boy.
What?
True, we're surrounded by the army, but there's always the possibility Twilight could take you away from the army's grasp.
That
Twilight will use any means they can. They could hide you from the government on their own and torture you. Then they will extract information on the girl's whereabouts from you, and then we'll all be in trouble. And you, Arsène Lupin, I know you're in there as well. Expect proper retribution for what you've done. I swear, I'll see you in chains for interference with the public duties.
That old man sounds more upset about me than he's about Victor.
Then Lupin may prove to be the better decoy than Victor. But no matter the case, the ideal situation is one in which no one of us is captured. If even one of us gets caught, there's a chance that all of us will be placed at risk of a consequence.
I think so too. Victor, this problem is bigger than just you now.
you
It's okay. If it really comes down to it, we'll throw you at him and run. So don't worry.
Impy, you're terrible.
What? Just kidding. That was a joke. Stop glaring at me like that. It's strangely attractive.
What?
thank you, everyone.
He smiles for a moment, then his expression becomes serious once again.
There's one thing left that we can do. Let's force our plan forward.
What does that mean?
We'll split into a diversion team and a negotiation team and act separately. While the diversion team diverts the enemy's attention, the negotiation team pushes past the guards to the ornithocopter. Then they'll go straight to the ceremony and barge in from the sky, speak with Victoria, and negotiate our safety. Worst case, if the diversion team is caught, I promise I'll get you out.
I'll go along with this plan if I must, but it's one crazy plan.
It's the only choice we have. Our situation won't improve if we continue to lay low here. I don't mind. Either way, it sounds positively stimulating.
Right, then. We're all about to go with Victor's plan. How about you, Adrak?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Arsène Lupin and accomplices. This is your final warning. Surrender now, or who knows what will happen to you.
Sheesh. When did this old man's top priority become capturing me?
Hey, Drek. What exactly did Lupin do to Leonard?
Huh? He rescued me from them. He kidnapped me who was being kidnapped.
Counter kidnappers win.
Yeah.
He likely takes pride on his work and his position. He's not a bad man, just a bit of a blowhard. I bear him no ill will, but he needs to be silenced for a bit.
Van Helsing quickly loads his shotgun and places himself against one side of the window. When he reaches out to open it, suddenly something flies into the room, breaking the window. Smoke begins pouring out of the object. It's tear gas.
Everyone, out of the room!
He shouts, and we all leave the room as if the gas was chasing us. Oh god. But a row of soldiers are standing in the way, waiting for us.
Oh, you're all so prepared.
I don't remember that old man being this efficient.
I think this is also matcha.
Ah. We should always expect the unexpected. I thought it would be second nature to you.
A single man steps out in front of the
God,
soldiers.
Is it who I think it is? Fucker.
Fucking Schultz!
Haha, double-crossed again. You're much better at falling into traps than I hoped. I have to thank you for making my job so much easier.
You're also voiced by Matcha.
It makes sense now. Herlock Sholmes, you're the one acting behind the scenes here.
It honors me that one of the century's greatest thieves, Arsène Lupin, knows my name.
Sholmes, what are you doing here?
Have you already forgotten what transpired a few days ago?
Probably.
Yeah.
I was hired by the government to assist them in their investigations. I told you that next we met, it would be as foes. As I recall, I told both you and the gentleman over there. You're a man of your word. Leonard has requested the arrest of both Victor Frankenstein and Arsène Lupin. He probably can't stand the fact that the man he let escape is continuing to commit acts of terrorism. How did you know that we'd be here today? I have a massive number of criminological statistics stored right here.
Sholmes taps his forehead with a finger.
A good book, really. Lupin, I tried predicting your next move based on your previous crimes, and I'm pleased to say my analysis proved correct. The greatest thief of the century is still simply a criminal. This plan of yours is lacking in originality.
That was uncalled for. And your voice I'm hearing from everywhere.
Whoa. Whoa.
No offense it was intended. Now, let's end this meaningless chatter and get you all arrested.
Sholmes snaps his fingers and the soldiers surrounding us start to close in.
I suppose we have no other choice.
He begins to lift his gun.
And for his neutral special.
Oh god. But Victor grabs the barrel, lowering it. The two exchange a glance, and Victor looks forward once again.
I apologize, but I can't be captured just yet.
Well, and good to say. But all your exits have been blocked. This hallway, the hotel lobby, and even the streets are blockaded. There is no way out.
Yes, there. Just one.
Victor throws a test tube out from his pocket. But not towards the enemy, but at his own feet. Everyone is puzzled for a moment at this strange action. Then, with a spectacular crash, the floor falls through. Wah! Victor catches me and embraces as we fall. We land on the floor below us together.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks. Though Victor's a little shaky himself, he stands me up on my feet.
Whoa, that was scary. Let's get the heck out of here.
We all start running together as a team. We run down the hall, then use the stairs to go all the way down to the ground floor. We head for the rear entrance. So far, we haven't seen any soldiers.
Was that some kind of bomb that explodes in the direction of its impact? That would be a pretty handy gadget.
To be honest, it was a gamble, but I'm glad it worked out.
No, what shall we do?
The Count looks as cool as always. How is he so calm and collected?
I don't look at the disaster or danger.
I don't know what to do. I can't close my eyes 24/7.
Let's keep going with Victor's plan. Me, Van Helsing, and St. G over there will handle the enemies around the hotel.
A mere 200 of them don't pose a threat. I'm not very good at roughhousing, but I suppose we've no other choice.
Adrak, you go with Victor. Got it?
Fine. I'll leave this to you.
Oh, was quite certain you would opt to stay behind, knowing your personality. Wait, knowing you personally.
Sorry.
No worries. That's fine. As long as I'm here, they will never be able to overpower us.
We continue to run. We're almost at the hotel's rear entrance. Then suddenly...
Watch out!
Saint Germain pushes me aside and a sharp sound cracks through the air.
Whoa, what now?
The Count quickly pushes me behind him, and several Twilight soldiers come dashing around the corner ahead of us.
Get out of the way!
Van Helsing's quick gunfire blows away the approaching enemies in an instant. Why is Twilight here?
The police and military always make a show of taking action. I'm sure it was easy for Twilight to find out about it.
As he speaks, several more Twilight troops appear and block our way.
They just keep coming. So prepared.
As Van Helsing steps forward, Saint Germain pulls out a hand to stop him.
I'll take this.
Count?
You go ahead, especially you. Van Helsing, you have the important task of keeping the army's soldiers at bay. Ellipses. Fine. Let's go.
Everyone begins to move at this. Can we really just leave him?
There won't be a problem. I can tell from the way he carries himself. The Count is highly skilled. They won't stand a chance against him. I'm sure he'll handle them in an instant.
Finally an exit. Let's get the hell out of this place.
Impy kicks down the door and the sunlight rushes in at us. This is where we had concealed the ornithopter. Ellipses, but surprised! About 20 army soldiers are positioned here, surrounding the machine. They have their guns pointed at us.
Soldiers here too?
I hate to admit it, but it looks like Sholmes really did see through our plans.
Arsène Lupin, I finally found you. It is time for you to give in at last.
Leonhard appears from behind the soldiers.
It's like that old man doesn't even care about Victor anymore.
I will capture you right now and clear my name. Lupin and accomplices, give yourselves up now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What do we do? We've had so many close calls. I don't know what to do anymore.
It's easy. If they can see through our plans, then there's only one thing left to do. Add some salt. Defeat them by force.
Shoot them.
Do they actually think they can stop me with this handful of peons? You! How could you defy the government when you're supposed to be a hero? I threw away any accolades a long time ago. I have no regrets. You threw it away? How dare you treat an honorable title given to you by Her Majesty that way? Arrest him for Liz Majesty.
Van Helsing moves before any of the troops can react to Leonhardt's commands.
I wasn't ready for French.
A series of explosions goes off at the soldiers' feet, and a cloud of dust rises. What?
I can't see a thing! Ow.
Victor, we'll clear the path. Run.
This Adrak.
Victor takes my hand and starts running through the cloud.
Ooh, they didn't break it. Oh, now hurry up and get in. Time for our great escape into the skies.
Victor and I have already jumped into the ornithopter before Impy, and he causes it to lift off. The ornithopter rises into the air, stirring the air around it with wind.
Huh? Are you intending on reaching Her Majesty? I swear on my honor I will not allow this.
Leonhard grabs the side of the ornithopter as it lifts off, attempting to drag it down. Because of this, the ornithopter begins to lean dangerously to the side.
Whoa! Hey, big guy, the balance!
Captain, I'm gonna have to put you to sleep for a bit. Pew pew!
Don't you dare.
Victor hits Leonhard in the face with his test tube. Just bonks him. He tumbles to the ground and falls right to sleep. Dead.
Bye.
Was that another aesthetic?
Yeah, it's a little on the strong side.
How far did he fall?
Hopefully to his death.
Oh! Wow!
Yes, now the path is clear, full speed ahead.
Yes, Jet!
Yes, you killed it!
The ornithopter begins to fly through the air at tremendous speed as it releases a copious amount of steam. It's so fast!
Didn't quite have the horsepower to carry 3 people before. I made a new device that releases built-up steam from the steam engine in order to provide more thrust. What do you think, huh? It's so fast and smooth, right?
Impy, watch where you're going.
Impy barely avoids a chimney and continues to speed up.
Express flight for 2 to Buckingham Palace. Next stop, Queen Victoria.
True to Impy's words, Buckingham Palace gets bigger and bigger as we close in. Then, something floats up from behind the palace.
No.
Oh.
Oh man, that's a military airship from the British Airborne Knights.
Something like a floating ship fires something at us. Suddenly, something whooshes past the side of the ornithopter. Fire rises from the city behind us.
Whoa, they're seriously shooting at us? We're in the middle of London here. He's gonna be very upset.
What does London have to say about this?
I am very upset.
Oh no!
I'm sure that's Twilight working without the Crown's direction. It would be a great inconvenience to them if we met the Queen.
If it's an inconvenience for Twilight, does that mean it's convenient for us?
Yeah. Impy, you've got to dodge their attacks and get us to that knighting ceremony.
Seriously? I mean, I knew I had to, but it's not gonna be easy.
Impy, please.
Leave it to me, my lady. Get ready to have your minds blown by my out-of-this-world flight maneuvers.
True to his word, Impy guides the ornithopter with a surprising dexterity. If even a single shot had hit us, the ornithopter would have been blown to bits, but he continues to avoid the shells. Dodging and weaving past shot after shot, we finally arrive right above the palace.
The power of love is invincible.
Okay, buddy. He proceeds to dive the ornithopter straight into the middle of the ceremony. It feels like we're about to crash.
What is that? Is that a plane? Is it a bird?
That machine! I saw it at the World's Fair! It's an ornithopter!
Is it getting closer?
Your Majesty, please stand back.
I can hear the crowd's uproar from all the way up here. I can also see many soldiers running towards a woman. Could it be the Queen? Ellipses, but surprised! I don't have much time to observe my surroundings as this machine speeds straight towards the ground.
We're gonna come to a sudden stop, so make sure you don't bite your tongue.
Too late! The ornithopter begins to pull out of its power drive, groaning as our path curves upwards. But it isn't enough to kill the momentum. We kick up a cloud of dirt as we carve our way across the ground and finally stop. The fact that the machine is now touching the ground brings me great relief. I heave a great sigh. Was that a successful landing?
Look. Thanks, Impy. That was some fantastic flying.
I'm glad we didn't all end up at the gates to heaven.
We all climb out onto the ground amidst a dumbfounded crowd.
Who are they?
That man with the glasses! Isn't that the violent terrorist Victor Frankenstein?
Frankenstein?
As confused voices rise up around us, a cloud of dirt slowly settles. A woman surrounded by soldiers appears in our view, standing on a stage right in front of us.
How dare you act with disrespect for Her Majesty? This is unforgivable.
Her Majesty, the Queen.
Ellipses.
Ellipses. So this is Queen Victoria after all. She's very pretty. But at the same time, she is a woman with so much power that the tension in the air is almost palpable. Surround them, don't let them escape! Soldiers around the area all aim their guns at us at once.
Out of the frying pan and into the fire. I'm gonna cry.
If we utter the wrong words at this moment, they won't hesitate to shoot us. Don't panic. Stay calm. I try to tell myself, but I can't gather my thoughts properly. As this is going on, Victor takes a firm step towards Queen Victoria with a determined look.
It would be unwise to shoot me.
Victor calls this out in a confident voice. His gaze seems cold-hearted somehow, like he isn't his usual self. Right now, I would believe that he is an actual terrorist, ready to deliver certain death to all those around him.
Maybe one step and you die. I have planted bombs throughout the ceremonial grounds. This radio switch controls their detonation.
Victor raises a small device into the air. Screams ring out from within the audience.
That's the toy he had me make for him.
A toy?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Detonation switch, my patootie.
I look over at the Queen while I listen to Impy's whispers. If they catch us in a lie, there's a 99% chance we'll be executed.
Have the guards stand back. But... Sorry. Every single person here is a precious subject of my nation. None of this is worth any loss of life.
As you command, Your Majesty.
The guards standing near the Queen give a signal, and then the soldiers lower their guns.
Good. Everybody stand still. My accomplices are watching all of this. If anyone tries anything funny, this entire area will become a sea of flames. Your Highness, have your guards stand at a distance. I want to speak with you alone.
Fine.
Victoria glances at her guards. In a matter of seconds, the area around us is deserted. They're probably all watching this situation breathlessly. But other than the speakers, Impy and I are probably the only ones who can overhear this conversation.
It's been a while, Dr. Frankenstein. When was the last time I saw your face?
2 years ago, Your Highness.
Years? Is that all? I feel as if it was decades ago.
What's so funny?
It's delightful to try so hard. You just back on me too. Now you're acting like a little puppy who won't do as he's told.
Queen Victoria, how can you say that, knowing what you did in the past?
No need to raise your voice. I can hear you, Doctor. Did you just come all the way here just to complain to me?
I'm done complaining now. I came here to negotiate with you.
Don't look so angry. What is this about?
Retract my wanted status. Also, guarantee safe from this point on, and grant me a pardon for this act as well. That is all I ask.
Please.
There is a brief silence. At this moment, there's no room for Impy or me to intervene. All we can do is sit tight and listen to the exchange between Victor and the Queen, and try to guess the outcome of their talk. The Queen sneers at Victor.
Frankenstein, are you telling me that you, a mere scientist, mean to threaten me, the Queen of the British Empire? I'm prepared to forgive you if you agree to work for Britain once again.
I will never again assist you in your ambitions.
I see. Then I have no use for you. Would you like to die with your companions?
You don't have any power in this situation. I do.
What power do you have that you could change my mind?
I'm prepared to release secrets regarding that which you so desire to other nations. I've given copies of this information to a number of compatriots. If anything should happen to me, all of Europe will know.
This special knowledge Victor possesses is his only real bargaining chip in this negotiation, but the Queen simply looks amused at this threat.
I see. That's interesting. It seems you've changed, Dr. Frankenstein. Is it the influence of your friends?
I'm here to make small.
What about the lady over there? Is she your friend?
The Queen suddenly looks over at us. Her glance feels sticky and clings to me. Ew.
What a beautiful girl. She's like a porcelain doll. And, I knew I'd seen someone with a similar feel about them before. The little boy, Finis, he has that same doll-like appearance.
Ellipses.
How strange. How are you so similar to the little one? Agitated, Dr. Frankenstein. This is getting more interesting by the moment. That one is full of secrets. Little girl, if you're connected to Finis's secret somehow, I'm afraid I'll want to keep you.
She gives me a long stare. Her gaze feels like it's touching me directly, and I take a step back. Impy?
Didn't go through.
Impy steps in front of me as if to hide me from her line of sight. He only succeeds in hiding Frankenstein. Thank you, Impy. I can still see her. I thank him in a small voice, and he raises a hand and waves it.
Let's hear what you have to say in response, Johanna. I have no problem turning this whole venue into an inferno.
The Queen merely smiles. Then...
Enough with the petty lies. Did you really believe that you would trick Queen Alexandrina Victoria with a toy like that?
Yeah.
We all gasp. How could she know?
That reaction, it seems I was right. I have a soft spot for bad liars. Whoa, playing dirty? She pulled a fast one on us. Politics are a constant game of bargaining. Your childish antics don't even come close to a real negotiation. Scientists need to stop playing at politics and focus on their research.
Impy, take her and stand back.
As if sensing something from Victor's serious tone, Impy says nothing and steps back with me. Once he has seen that we have backed away, Victor slowly takes a leather case from his jacket. He takes out a single test tube.
This is a special liquid explosive. If I drop this on the ground, not even you will be able to escape death.
Oh, I see that you're not bluffing this time around.
Victor, what are you... I try to dart towards him, but Impy stops me.
Not now! Victor's one thing, but we have no idea what the Queen would do if we make a move towards them.
But... Victor's hands are shaking slightly.
Go ahead, do it. Death is salvation, but a coward like you would probably hesitate to take hold of a savior's hand.
He's going to do it. He's going to kill himself and take the queen with him.
Ah,
Victor! I break free of Impy's grasp and run towards him.
Adrak, no, get away from me.
No, Victor, this isn't right. I take his shaking arm and gently lower it. You don't need to do this. No one wants you to sacrifice yourself. You still have a whole route ahead of you.
Ugh.
Victor says nothing in response and looks down at the ground. I worry about Victor's feelings, but part of my mind is calm and understands the situation. The only leverage we have now is to release Victor's information to other countries. And even that's a lie. If she sees through this lie too, it's over for us. I look at the queen. I can't tell what she's thinking at all behind her smiling face. There's silence, and then...
Fine, Doctor. I'm satisfied knowing that you will not become an enemy of the state. I have no way of knowing if you were lying or speaking the truth. But if you really do take what you know outside of this country's borders, Britain as we know it will be over.
Ellipses.
But you should know that whatever relationship you have with your friends will dissolve before that time comes to pass.
I'll keep my end of the deal.
The queen nods resolutely in response.
Naturally, but Dr. Frankenstein, I believe that you are truly intelligent. That's why I can say for certain that you aren't going through all this trouble just for the sake of your comrades.
Ellipses.
You could have fled the country long ago, yet you remain in London. Why is that? I'm quite interested. What reason do you have for staying here? In this country? In this city?
Ellipses.
Victor says nothing and simply stares at the queen.
Oh, fine. I'll just keep an eye on you for now. You can have this win. Oh, Victor, just make sure not to cross me again.
I'll keep that in mind.
The queen smiles boldly. That seems to signal the end to this. Impy and I take deep breaths, and the queen slowly walks out in front of us to look around at everyone in attendance.
My beloved subjects, there is something that I would have you know.
Victoria's clear voice fills the air.
It was proven just now that all charges placed against Victor Frankenstein were false accusations. In the name of the Crown, I proclaim his innocence and guarantee his safety. From this moment, anyone attempting to harm him or his companions without my own consent is an enemy of the British Crown.
The crowd murmurs in reaction to the queen's words. It seems to go on forever.
Oh, now that that's done, cheers!
With Impy's shout, there is the sound of glasses clinking together.
Ah, the first drink after a hard day's work is the best.
Even though we had no choice at the time. Now that I think back on it, that was one reckless plan.
Seriously, it was really close. Thanks for saving the day, Victor.
I finished in time.
It's the day after the mission. There's a luxurious meal on the table, along with a newspaper open to one particular article. False accusations. Nations shocked at revelation of Victor Frankenstein's innocence. With an article like this widely spread, we can finally rest at ease. And at last, we can throw the party that had been put on hold while we prepared for the mission.
If old Linhart hadn't said, "It's the Queen's orders," and called off the attack, he might have been... I don't want to say it.
Those army soldiers were one thing, but the members of Twilight were really going for the kill. I could have kept fighting without any problems.
Yeah, right. I know you were almost out of ammo.
Victor really was amazing. That must have taken so much courage.
That's nice of you to say. Honestly, I was so nervous that I can't even remember what really happened.
But at the same time, when Victor had come face to face with the Queen, he seemed somehow different. He wasn't the usual kind Victor. He seemed very angry and sad at the same time. Ellipses.
It's angry.
Why are you so quiet all of a sudden, Adrak?
Oh, it's nothing.
Hey, let's keep things cheerful. It's a rare treat that Deli's joined us here. Isn't that right, Deli?
Silence! Don't call me by that wretched nickname. I was tasked with the responsibility of my caring for my subordinate, Cece. It is my duty to ensure he gets fed. That's the only reason why I'm here.
Cece, eating a meal made especially for him under the table, barks in response to Deli's outburst. Deli and Cece. Oh, good boy. They kind of eat in the same way.
There's no need to eat so quickly. There's more where that came from.
I laugh, then look over at Victor. Now that we're officially protected by the order of the government, we can relax a little, right?
Yeah, I suppose. For the time being. We don't know when they'll turn their backs on us again, so I think it's important for us to remain defensive. And I highly doubt that Twilight will give up on capturing you just because of this.
Don't worry about that stuff. They don't know where this mansion is, and we'll still be watching out. Even then, we can still focus more on our search for Isaac than we could before.
Yeah, about that. I've actually found a lead. I think it's promising.
Really?
Yes. Well, more like a lead to a promising lead.
Right. I mean, I'm starting to feel like we're never gonna find the guy.
That would be a problem.
You're right. Never would be a problem. I'd at least like to track him down within the next 2 or 3 centuries.
Hang on, Sainty G, you know we'll all be dead by then, right?
So what exactly is this lead to a lead you speak of?
About
The conversation comes to a dead stop when we suddenly hear the doorbell ring.
who
Oh?
in the...
Do we have a visitor?
Have we ever had visitors here?
No, we haven't.
Pizza delivery.
Then whoever's at the door.
But
Is it the pizza man?
What?
is surely some sort of uninvited guest.
I gulp. I just really want some pizza. Before anyone can say anything more, the door to the room suddenly opens. All of our eyes turn to the intruder at once, and he gives us a pleasant smile.
Jesus fuck.
I
Fucking
knew it.
Sholmes!
Good day, gentlemen, lady.
Did you bring the pizza? Sholmes?
No pizza. There was no response, so I invited myself in. What's this? Are you in the middle of a celebration? It would appear I've dropped by at just the right moment.
What do you want? Are you here to capture us?
No, I would never do that. I prefer to keep my work and private life separate. And as you are no longer criminals, there is no need for me to arrest you.
Then why are you here? Why didn't you bring any pizza?
So it hasn't been invented yet.
Oh,
I've come all this way to inform you that I am no longer your enemy. You should be more grateful. I don't bring gifts like pizza, but I do have good news for you. It won't be publicized, but Victoria is openly chastising Twilight. Severely at that.
Oh, she finally
It
read the
seems...
oh no.
It seems she is neither a fan of Edward nor Jacob.
Oh.
The damage they brought upon London while trying to shoot you down has incurred her wrath.
Oh, those attacks!
Because of this, Twilight's activities will likely be restricted for some time. They were too eager for success and dug their own graves. I'm a bit embarrassed for my old workplace, but it worked out for our advantage, or to our advantage. Indeed, I'm sure they'll continue their operations, but they'll certainly be more subtle about it. I don't know why Twilight is after you. Just be on the lookout. That is indeed good news. Thank you for coming all the way here to tell us.
The Count smiles and nods.
I mean, I guess it is good news, but that Domino's pizza.
Man.
Never mind that. How did you find out about this place? I don't leave any traces for you to find.
I just look at your pizza receipts. They came here.
Oh no.
I have $200 on my pizza tab. What do you mean?
Is that so, Lupin? Then I must deduce that your housekeeping skills are subpar. You left traces everywhere.
You little...
There, Lupin. Don't be so rude, Mr. Holmes, was it? I could have sworn it was Holmes. Since you've already made the trip here, why don't you come in and enjoy some of our party food? In exchange, please bring pizza next time, and keep the location of our mansion under your hat. Oh? You think you can bribe the great Detective Herlock Sholmes with food?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sholmes, Sholmes narrows his eyes at the Count's suggestion. Then,
Well then, don't mind if I do.
fucking...
You're one easy detective to bribe.
He's toying with us, Lupin, isn't he?
I guess everyone has at least one nemesis.
Victor smiles cheerfully. He no longer has the frightening seriousness or dangerous air like he did during his conversation with the Queen. I decide to start worrying and enjoy the moment, and the lack of pizza.
Oh, it seems like you have gathered an interesting group here. Now that we're all acquainted, I think I'd like to come back once in a while to visit.
Not
No.
No thanks.
Don't you come back here. Hurry up and get out.
I can't help but laugh at the desperation in Lupin's voice.
It's like, I'm tired of this man.
Alright, Chapter 7, Illegal Race.
That's a name.
Yeah. The afternoon... the afternoon after the party. We were doing it illegal. I head for Deli's room, carrying his meal on a tray. Deli, I brought your dinner. Okay, alright. His voice carries through the door. It seems like yesterday was a special exception that you won't come out tonight. Are you sure you don't want to eat with everyone else?
I told you, I have no intention of being cozy with any of you.
But you joined us at the party yesterday.
That was a blunder on my part. I have a great many regrets about yesterday. But today is a new day.
I see.
I carry on the spirit of the entire vampire race. It's out of the question for me to share a meal with humans, but a dog.
He has a true passion for avoiding us. I was hoping that yesterday would have helped him open up to us.
Cece, how long have you been in here? Hey, what are you doing? Stop it. Do not pull on my clothes. I forbid it.
Oh god. There's some commotion going on in there. What could it be?
Why are you pulling me towards the door? You traitor! You're supposed to be my minion. I refuse to eat with those humans. Stop! Fine. Alright.
Ellipses. The noises cease. Deli? No response. What could have happened in there? Oh, are you alright? I heard some noises. The door opens, revealing Deli. Cece slips between his legs and rubs up against me. Cece! He looks up at me with a good-natured doggy smile, as if to say, "Look, I brought Deli out to you."
Ellipses.
So dinner.
For your information, I am not opening up to you. It is said that a wise ruler always lends an ear to a subordinate's advice. Cece wants me to join your meal. That's all.
I understand. Deli turns away, looking disgruntled, then starts to walk ahead. Cece runs over to join him at his feet.
Come on over.
What's up, Deli? You want to start joining our meals now?
Welcome, you, Ellie.
Stop calling me that. I have no choice in the matter, as Cece was quite insistent.
Meals are always more enjoyable with a bigger group. I welcome you to the table as well.
Ellipses, but surprise! I changed my mind. I'm eating in my room.
Stay here and eat.
Van Helsing says this quietly but with strength.
If you want to keep an eye on me so I don't escape, isn't it better if we were to eat together?
You're not my real dad.
I killed your real dad.
Oh god.
Don't presume to tell me what to do.
Come on, guys, chill out. Here, sit right there. I cook the meals so they taste great when we all eat together as a group.
Impy quickly ushers Deli to a seat and pushes him toward the table.
Now, let's enjoy our meal. But after Grace, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
Human food. It's so mediocre.
Although he won't stop complaining, Deli eats with more enthusiasm than any of us at the table. He really likes Grace. You're being rude to the cook.
Fine, I can tell how Deli feels about the food by the way he's scarfing it down.
No, she's right. My words were disrespectful, considering that I'm being provided with food.
Glad you like it. Good thing, huh, Van Helsing? You were the one who was most worried.
Ellipses. Aha. Is he pretending not to hear you?
That's how we welcomed a new member into our mealtime gatherings. I feel like I'm being observed and looked up. My eyes meet Victor's and he smiles as if to play it off. That night... Ellipses with force! I practice the stances used in self-defense that Van Helsing taught me before I go to sleep. I'm well aware that such moves are rarely delivered perfectly in an actual battle. However, if I can get my body to remember these moves, I'll be able to react without thinking in battle. The more practice I get, the better. Ha! The people around me are all very skilled. If we're going to face more dangers, I don't want to get in their way. I go over the things I learned in training, one by one. As I do, the expression Victor had been wearing during our meal comes to mind. What was that about? Was he trying to say something about the lead he was talking about yesterday? That conversation had never fully been finished, even after Sholmes' interruption with no pizza. Maybe Lupin and the rest of all have their own takes on the situation. No one had brought up the subject with Victor since last night. What did that glance he give me mean? I wonder if he's hiding something. Yeah. As my frustration mounts, I intensify my training and search for answers. What does the future have in store for us? What will happen to everyone? To moi. The uncertainty of tomorrow unsettles me. I probably feel this way because I'm happy now, and because I've been able to cross paths with so many people. My anxiety grows when I stop my exercises. The poison flowing through my body. The ha shining in my chest. What exactly am I?
Yeah.
Hello? What's that voice?
Shadow the
Kelly.
Hedgehog.
Shadow? Is that you?
It's me, the devil!
Oh god!
It's me.
The word bubbles up into my consciousness. I am all of me.
Oh my god.
Adra, are you alright?
Victor's voice knocks me out of my reverie. Victor! I realize that he's standing right in front of me with his brow furrowed. I also need to open a door. So just a second. Oh god.
Bubby, no.
So do you think Shadow the Hedgehog would have brought Dominoes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
He would have delivered it in
Here's
30
that.
less minutes, or your money back.
He's got the skate shoes. He would
Yeah.
do it.
What were we talking about?
Oh, nothing.
What? Please, share with the class.
We were discussing if the ultimate life form would deliver us pizza.
Oh, definitely. He totally would. Why did I come here? I can't remember at all.
Yeah. Hello? I was trying to talk. You weren't responding. It seemed like you were zoned out. But, good. I panicked since I thought something was wrong.
No, I'm fine. I was just thinking. Was there a reason you came here to see me, Victor? We're out in the in your inner courtyard. When I asked this, he scratches at his cheek with a guilty expression.
Yeah. I had a pretty important one, actually.
Important? We sit down together on the edge of one of the flower beds. Even though Victor said he had a reason for seeing me, he doesn't attempt to say more. I'm curious what he wants to talk about. Looking at his face, I can tell that he's conflicted. If he should tell me or remain silent, that seems to be his dilemma. The wind quietly stirs the air as I sit and wait for him to speak. Come to think of it, I can only recall a few times when I was able to look up at the night sky like this, and for good reason. I was at the house in Wales until recently, trapped in a cage of loneliness, looking down all by myself.
I've been thinking about it for a long time.
When Victor finally speaks up, I look back at him.
I know how you can obtain
The truth?
but I'm going to tell you pertains to the lead I was thinking of yesterday. I'm planning to tell the others tomorrow.
I hold my breath.
Isaac had his own secret research lab. We may be able to locate the facility.
A research lab? Does it have something to do with me?
Yeah. It must. To your,
Ah, I nailed it.
Nice.
My hand automatically reaches towards my chest, where the gem is embedded. Victor nods slowly, then continues with a serious expression.
And I have an idea as to what the really is.
What? What? What?
I'll start at the beginning. In Britain, there is a scientific academy known as the Royal Society. Long ago, there was some research being conducted there. The discovery of energy, the refinement of the elixir of immortality, emulation of the work of God. The legendary substance, the Philosopher's Stone, would be the foundation for it all. Under Queen Victoria's orders, experiments were conducted to refine this substance, pouring obscene amounts of money into it.
I'm hearing all this for the first time. I don't understand some of it, and what I do understand makes little sense. But Victor's serious tone is enough to tell me that this must have been an immense endeavor. The Philosopher's Stone? Like in Full Metal Alchemist?
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist. But the scientists were never able to truly create it. Instead, creating an imitation, Zitterum. The scientists, unable to achieve the desired results, were held responsible and stripped of their titles.
Victor pauses the sigh heavily, as if taking a break from his hi?
Oh, it did it again.
It did it again!
Okay, Fugi.
Fugi is having a fucking time right now. I still get the feeling that he's hiding something from me. Is that everything he wanted to tell me? He avoids my gaze for a moment.
No, actually, this is the part I really wanted you to know. Someone else took over the research after those first scientists were on the project.
He shakes off whatever's holding him back and turns to me.
That person was your father, Isaac Beckford.
Ooh.
My papa!
That's right. I don't know why he decided to involve himself in the search for the Philosopher's Stone. After Isaac became the head of research, I had the opportunity to the Zitterum that he had in his possession.
How is this related to me?
What I saw, the solid form of Zitterum, this sort of shine that gem in your chest does.
Ellipses.
It's highly likely that gem embedded with you was based off of this. And is the forerunner to the Philosopher's Stone, just like in Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist?
No wonder they melt people.
Mm.
I think the substance was renamed, and eventually it became called the Hologorium.
A sudden gust of wind blows past us, and the flowers in the flower bed rustle. The blue gem embedded in my chest. The ha. So it's true, my father himself has deep ties with it. My papa made this. It's strange. Just from this information alone, the gem in my chest suddenly becomes something precious to me.
But as to how and why The Horororo acts as your heart, keeping you alive while harboring poison in your body? I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry. This information doesn't shed much light on anything.
I shake my head. It's alright. Just knowing that Papa made this, that he was actually involved, makes me happy. Because it's what keeps me alive, and he made it himself. I'm alive right now because of Papa, aren't I? And I don't know why he had to put the ha inside of me, but he must have done it for my sake. I look up and see that Victor is looking away with a forlorn expression. It's like he's struggling with something.
The facility I mentioned earlier is a laboratory where Isaac is studying the Philosopher's Stone. Which means
It's where the ha was created?
most likely.
I see. If we go there, we may be able to figure out how to fix the poison and learn about my lost past. But why? Why are you telling me this now? You could have said something much sooner.
That's because it took me some time to confirm the link between the Zikarum and the Philosopher's Stone. I know I really should have explained this to you before now.
I see. I gently fold my hands over the I can feel it, even through my clothing, the carefully made gem shining inside me. Though it normally seems lifeless, right now it almost feels warm.
Adra, the truth will always be out there, just like aliens, and will never change. No matter what happens, if that's what you desire.
Aliens? Victor! Victor turns to look at me, but he sees me staring into an entirely different place. The sky, where aliens are.
Victor, do you want a Naruto run in front of Area 50?
Victor, Victor, do you know how to Naruto run to evade bullets? At breakfast the next day, after Deli and Cece have left the dining hall, Victor brings up the topic to the rest of us.
There's something I want to tell you all.
With this, he repeats what he told me last night. He goes way ham into the alien part, though. About my father, his research, aliens. Just as I've been last night, some seem confused by the terms they're hearing for the first time. Nevertheless, it's good news. After he finishes his explanation, he takes a breath.
That's everything I know. I apologize for not telling you until I was certain about this information.
Dude, there's aliens. I'm gonna go to the moon. Dude, this is awesome.
Yo.
Anyway, so that means we've pretty much figured out where our target's home base is, right? Isn't that a big deal?
Oh, I don't think it's that simple.
Why not?
That's definitely is a promising lead, but Victor mentioned last night that he had connections to aliens, which throws off my whole theories and theocracy. I don't like it.
Oh no!
It'll lead
Okay.
to a promising lead, which means that there's something else we need to do.
Impy looks up at the heavens, where the aliens are.
I mean, I'm working on a spaceship, so... Whoa, right, you're right. A lead to a lead just seems so tedious. I wish we could just take care of it all at once, get in my spaceship, go to the moon, you know?
The count is right.
Yeah.
Victor just said that what his promising lead is. He still hasn't told us what the lead to that lead is, and what we'll need to do to get that actual information, or how we're getting into Area 51.
No use whining. Whichever you want to say. It's 100 times better than having nothing to work with.
I agree. Yes, we need to keep moving forward, one step at a time.
So, Victor, what's your other lead, this Area 51? What steps should we take?
Victor nods firmly before replying.
I want to obtain something that will lead us to the whereabouts of Isaac's laboratory.
Something. That's awfully vague. Do you have something in mind, or are you trying to avoid talking about it?
It's be trouble. It's something that all the organized crime groups in London are guarding with all that they've got.
Guarded by gangsters. I see.
Said Log. What's the fellows?
Ellipses, but questioning. It seems that everyone but me has an idea of what Victor is tiptoeing around. Impy places his forehead against the dining table, but the three others, including Lupin, seem to be grinning. What's going on? Victor continues to talk, but I'm just as confused as ever.
Tame is the prize from the Black Gathering.
The Black Gathering? This is yet another new term. Seeing my confusion, Saint Germain offers up an explanation.
It's a location you've already been to several times. Do you remember that event that takes place by River Thames?
I remember, it's where we met Van Helsing. He tried to shoot us.
Oh,
That place where a certain unfriendly four-eyed fellow caused a scene.
stop using me as a point of reference. It's a long-running event, and on the last day, there's a grand competition that takes place to wrap it all up. And that's the airship race that caps off the ending of the Black Gathering. The Black Gathering, that means it's a day when those from the underbelly of the city gather in large numbers. They're an unruly bunch, but the rich, the police and military turn a blind eye, as long as they don't do anything violent.
An airship race? Airships. I've read about them in a book once. I've never seen one in person at all, so I have a lot of knowledge about them. I can't recall seeing them up close much. I've seen them from afar, floating among the clouds. Oh, but I do have a recent memory of being attacked by an airship.
Good job, Adrak.
I don't remember much about it, but I do recall that it was... I'm doing my best, guys. But I do recall that it was a huge machine. I can't imagine what an airship race would be like.
This is also one of Isaac's achievements. He created a material called aerocarbonium. It's very light and sturdy and can easily be mass-produced. As airship technology advanced, other groups for them appeared.
Father sure did a lot.
Yes, his work has changed the history of mankind. He is worthy of the title of modern-day Prometheus.
Prometheus. The Titan said to have given the secret of fire to humanity. It's strange, knowing that my father is being compared to a great figure from mythology.
Back to what we were talking about, aliens. Wait, no. What do you mean that the prize from the airship race is a lead?
Well, the prize competition is said to be the post-humorous collection of Isaac Beckford's work.
A posthumous collection.
It's not very funny. A posthumous collection from a man whose death was yet to be confirmed. They're really getting ahead of themselves. The prize is worth more if Isaac is believed to be dead. That's all.
Like a music artist.
Wow.
Posthumous collection. So basically, it's a bunch of papers and stuff, right? How much value could that possibly have?
I'm sure there were countless collectors who want to obtain them at any cost, since they're from the legendary Isaac Beckford. But how did such a thing end up as a prize for a race? No matter the content, I would assume his writing is classified information. I don't see how it came into their hands.
From what I've heard, the writings were originally under the guard of the Royal Society. Greed got the best of one of the Society's members, and he sold the documents to some millionaire.
I see. Then they made their way through the underground society, and ultimately arrived at the Black Gathering.
Victor slowly nods at the Count's logic. Documents written by Papa's hand. You're right. There must be something in there about the ha. It seems my anticipation was growing despite myself. I noticed my hands have clenched into fists.
Just like Arthur.
That's easy then. I'll just go steal it.
Not advise against that.
Why? I can easily get past some criminal's line of flimsy security.
I'm not doubting your ability. It's just... Since that attack by Delacroix, the criminal world has set aside their pride and started asking for help.
So what?
The prize will be guarded by none other than Herlock Sholmes.
Uh-oh.
That
Alright,
Oh.
let's enter the race and get this lead fair and square, shall we?
Oh my god.
You're so quick to adapt.
He
You-
still owes us a pizza.
You really don't like Sholmes,
Oh,
do you, Lupin? I don't like him either.
I don't like him either. He's
I like
more
me.
like a nemesis at this point.
Huh?
How'd you get in here?
Hello?
Hello?
I bugged the place.
Oh god. You didn't even bring
Herlock,
pizza.
no.
Can we
No.
give you the pizza order now?
Will it be? We only have pineapple.
Oh shit.
Like,
Fuck.
That's fine.
one
No.
crust.
I would like a nun pizza left beef, please.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah, it's a classic.
This is good. Are you already waving the white flag? You usually talk a much bigger game.
What white flag? I'm tired of his persistence. Just to be clear, I'm not running from him.
Sholmes is not only involved in this security, but he will investigate it if the item gets stolen.
You hear that? Exactly as I expected. This is strategic retreat, understand?
Retreating is just another name for running. But if that's how you'd like to word it, let's leave it at that. Besides, entering the race is fine and well, but what are we going to do about an actual airship?
We have a flying thing.
We can't even join a race if we don't have the basic equipment. I'm ignoring Impy's works.
Why don't we have Impy make one?
I'm happy you're depending on me for this, but if you want me to make something from scratch, time and money.
Then should we buy one? He said that the amount of money Lupin brought back was enough to buy an airship.
I'm not sure. We could probably buy an average airship with that. But trying to win a race with something like that would be difficult, even for Impy, the great engineer. There's a wide range of airship designs. Faster ones can easily go over 100 kilometers an hour.
100 kilometers per hour? That's such a big number. I can't even imagine how fast it actually is.
Besides, this isn't your average race. If we join with some shabby airship, we'll be shot down, and then that's it for us.
Shot down?
Miss Adrak, if you can't forget that the sponsors of this race are members of the criminal underworld. In this race, competitors are allowed to attack one another with blue shells and such.
Oh no.
All attendees need to sign a contract releasing the exhibitors of liability in case of injury or death.
What an intense race. I bet they even have bananas on the track.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Floating
no.
ones.
An airship race where combat is allowed. Illegal airship races are so extreme.
But if we have to enter, all the more reason to join. If winning the race means we all get closer to our goals. Impy, how much money would you need to modify an airship so that it stands a chance in this race?
Like $10. Well, with my
Whoa.
technical skills, if we had the money to buy 2 mid-sized airships, I could guarantee our victory.
2? It costs that much?
Well, things get more expensive if you want them to be better than average. Ask anyone else and you'll be charged 5 airships worth.
Then I'll do something about procuring a basic airship. Impy, start thinking about your remodeling plans.
Do something. Do you have something in mind?
Yep. I'll be taking off then. Have fun house sitting.
Lupin confidently marches out of the dining room. I wonder what Lupin's gonna do.
Later, skaters.
Knowing him, he's probably gonna do a sick grind and then an ollie on the way out.
Whoa.
Probably nothing decent.
Totally radical.
I totally agree. Did you see that sick grind?
Whoa.
Like Van Helsing says, he's gonna do something out of the ordinary for sure.
Oh my god, was that a Christ air?
Whoa.
I hope he doesn't bring back any trouble with them.
But he's not the type to exaggerate without reason, unless he's popping a good manual down the streets of London. We'll just have to sit and tight and wait.
Lupin has no way of knowing what everyone is saying about him. Van Helsing blew his whistle.
Thomas will watch over him.
Oh god. But the next morning he returns to the mansion with an amazing souvenir. Tony Hawk!
He's not that old!
The next day I was sitting in a daze, still drowsy after waking up. It seems a little too early to get up, but I should get out of bed. I sit up, deciding I might as well use this time constructively now that I'm up. Ellipses, but surprised. While I'm stretching, a vibration shakes through the entire room. Is it coming from outside?
It's coming from inside.
Oh god! I can't get out of bed and run over to the window. There. An airship?
Hoy! Are you up? Airship delivery.
Lupin's voice echoes loudly from the ship. That must be a loudspeaker, like Leonhardt has been using the other day.
For a loudspeaker?
Do you guys know what a loudspeaker is?
No, it's a quiet talker.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Lupin waves and smiles, but all I can do is wave absent-mindedly, too dumbfounded Oi! By the scene before me. Ellipses.
Look for the seagulls.
Gasp. I snap back to reality after a few seconds. Oops, there goes reality. I'm in the air. Mom spaghetti. After a few seconds, I then quickly make myself presentable and leave the room. Once I'm outside, I found everyone else from the mansion, including Deli and Cece, has gathered around. Everyone is looking up at the huge vehicle with round eyes.
Wow, so this is an airship. It's gigantic.
Cece spins around Deli, barking excitedly. That's right. Whoa! He's very excited. That's right. It's an airship. Is this your first time seeing one too? I forgot everything that happened a day ago.
No, I've seen them several times in the air. But this is something else. I didn't realize it'd be so big.
Get it, Deli? This kind of thing is a true man's dream, isn't it?
Fine, Cece insists on looking at it up close, so I'm going to approach the airship hole. Do not attempt to stop me.
Oh? He completely ignores Impy's attempt at a conversation, and he seems to be ignoring Cece as well. Deli picks up Cece in his arms and runs towards the airship at a full tilt.
So now even Deli is ignoring me. What happened to respect for my dignity?
Impy stands there looking sad, so I decide to ask a question. Lupin said he's delivering it. What's that supposed to mean? What's delivery? I don't have the dictionary definition.
Who knows? I think that's the question we're all wondering right now.
As we stand around, Lupin appears from within the airship and looks over at all of us, satisfied at a job well done.
Aren't you all up early? You could have slept in a little, you know.
Lupin laughs in good cheer, but Van Helsing speaks in his usual tone.
And where did you steal this from? You better not have done anything stupid that would ruin our negotiation with Queen Victoria.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I stole this for somebody we wouldn't feel guilty about. No problem at all.
I see. How very you. You might even get an award from Scotland Yard for this.
An award? Saint Germain seems to have understood what Lupin was talking about right away. So where did you steal it from?
No idea.
Don't sweat the small stuff. How about it, Impy? You think you can fix her up for the race?
It's a pretty old model. Let's see. I guess it'll depend on the budget I have available.
Don't worry about the money. Just keep working until it's a winning ship. That's what I stole it for. So, while Impy's working on this, the rest of us will have to...
Gather the funds for this remodeling.
Lupin nods at Van Helsing's question.
I suspect that we have no choice. To get a large sum quickly, maybe I'll sign up for a short-term bodyguard job.
Raising funds. Selling the patents for drugs would bring a good amount of money.
Either way, we won't be able to move forward unless we win this race. Fine, I shall aid you with funding this time.
What to do? Everyone is mentioning ways to earn money, but I have no way to help them. What can I do? After some thought, I arrive at an idea. Stealing. Impy, I can't raise money, so I was thinking I could maybe help you. Would you mind?
course not. Not only do I not mind, I totally welcome it. We'll make great progress with a fine assistant like you.
Thank you. I'll work hard, Impy.
While we're at it, I can even show you how to fly the airship. Of course, we'll have to get pretty cozy.
Takes off my gloves.
Sorry.
Impy, just because your two are left alone, don't go making any moves on her. All right?
If he does lay a finger on her, there will be some melting involved.
What are you talking about? My gloves are off and on the ground.
Well, it's not really relevant to the task at hand.
Alright, time is money. Literally. We don't have much time before race day. Everyone go make as much money as you can.
With loop and shout, everyone goes off to fulfill their duties.
Shall we get started?
Yeah, let's do it. From this point on, our days are busy. Impy and I build the parts in the studio, and I help him install everything in the airship's engines. Our renovations cost an immense amount of money, from purchasing parts to new gas. In addition to the money everyone brings in, we end up having to use the entire sum of money we save up to this point. Nobody opposes this usage of money, since winning the race is our only way of getting key information. We're poor. Because we're so on top of our expenditures, we actually end up falling slightly under budget. But the real problem is time.
Oh.
The deadline is approaching and we have to race against the clock. It's as if we've already entered the race. If we relax our guard even a little bit, we won't be finished with the remodeling before the race begins. Impy and I spend our days under an immense amount of pressure, crunching. 3 days until the race. Impy told me to go ahead and go to sleep, but Impy must still be working.
Dawn of the third day.
Dawn.
Oh.
72 hours remain. I can't sleep, knowing that he must still be hard at work. There has to be something I can do to help. I start to think this, and... ellipses. I get an idea and leave my bed. After a while, I head behind the mansion. It seems he's still working as suspected. The sounds of his work are comforting to me, and I walk through the yard briskly. Impy! I see him from behind and stop myself from calling out to him. It looks as if he's concentrating.
I guess this won't have enough power. Maybe I should thicken the wall and raise the pressure. But that's too risky, no.
He seems to be mumbling to himself. The light from the lamp casts shadows across his face. I don't want to bother him, but I also want to get a closer look at him while he's so intent on something.
I'll have to completely rework the system and install another engine. It'll take some time, but that might work.
Impy suddenly raises his head, and our eyes meet.
Huh? Adrak! Sorry, I didn't realize you were there.
He swiftly runs over and joins me at my side. Impy, I'm about to hand him the item I brought up for him when a certain thought bubbles up. What if he doesn't want it?
What's up? I thought you'd already gone to sleep. Oh, are you holding something behind you?
But Impy's quick to notice that I have something. I guess there's no use hiding it. I brought you a late-night snack. A Sammy. I thought you might be hungry after working so hard. I know it looks... It really is a terrible-looking Sammy.
It's just 2 pieces of bread on mayonnaise.
It's like,
No, it's 2 slices of mayonnaise with bread in between.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
it's like all the ingredients are outside the bread.
Oh,
She's just fucking like holding mayonnaise and lettuce and bread inside of it.
oh my god.
There's a world of difference between this and what Impy usually makes. I forgot which side the bread goes on. I had underestimated sandwich making. I thought you just needed some bread and something to stick between it. But then I started making it. I realized that my predicament and that I was unable to take my gloves off. While I stood there at a loss, the Count happened by and helped me put it together somehow.
Hi, Count.
I'll have to thank Saint Germain later for this horrible Sammy.
One piece of bread.
Come on, guys, we're on a budget.
What? You made this for me? Really? Really? Is your plan to get this on my... Oh my gosh. Is this your plan to get on my good side? Is that what this is?
Your good side? I don't know. You're just working so hard. Like, be careful. The mayonnaise is dripping. I want to do something. I want to do something for you, even though it's just a little thing. Also, like, be careful. The tomato, it's gonna drop.
Oh, it's on the floor.
Oh God. Sadly, my result is just a hideous Sammy made using some vegetable scraps.
Wait a minute.
that somehow Saint Germain helps me with.
Oh, did Saint G help with this?
Yeah.
This is where the food is. Go nuts.
I can't contain my disappointment, and my sadness clearly shows because Impy stops and smiles at me.
I see. That makes me really happy. Thanks. Why don't I take a little break just to switch gears a little?
He tosses his equipment aside and starts climbing onto the studio's roof.
Come on up, Adrak. Mind the mayonnaise. Let's sit by the edge here and eat together under the stars. It's pretty romantic.
He hoists me up before I could even protest. Some mayonnaise gets on my pants. He puts me down next to him. Here you go. Seeing that Impy has already sat down, I hand him to Sammy with a bit of nervousness.
Thank you for the meal.
Impy takes a sandwich from the basket without any hesitation and puts it up to his mouth. How is it? I don't think it's anything like the meals you make.
This is edible. Great! It's great. This is the best sandwich I've ever had.
I'm greatly relieved to hear him say he enjoys the Sammy. Why is he crying, though? I'm glad! The stars. I remember Impy met the moon. The moon looking at us. I remember Impy mentioned them, and I look up at the sky. There's a countless number of them sparkling in the pitch black night.
It's not that the sky is anything out of the ordinary, but looking up at the stars helps me when I'm stressing out.
Impy says this while he eats his sandwich beside me. I remember what I wanted to ask him. It's fair that we're alone together, so maybe I should just do it now. Impy, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. Impy finishes his Sammy and wipes his mouth before responding.
Oh, there's mayonnaise everywhere. Oh, you want to know my type? I'd say it's a girl like you.
No, it's something else. Are you dying of food poisoning?
Oh! Oh, wow! What is this? I feel like I've been cut right into.
That's the sandwich.
Oh, well. So, what do you want to ask me? Go on ahead. I'll answer anything. Ask away.
I nod, encouraged by his smile. You look like you have so much fun when you're working with machinery. What made you decide to become an engineer? Was there a reason for it? Oh, wow.
Wow, CG.
Wow,
Ooh.
CG.
Are you ready for my backstory, Idrak?
Whoa.
Oh. Did we get a redeem?
Did we? Oh, we gotta hydrate.
Hydrate.
Everyone drink.
Yay!
Thank you.
Alright. Thank you for the redeem, Zoken.
The reason why I became an engineer, huh?
Impy looks up at the sky and starts speaking with a nostalgic tone of voice.
I have to say it was the locomotive. The steam locomotive.
The steam locomotive? Thomas? Do you mean the one for the abduction mission?
Yeah. Yeah, Thomas specifically. That was a big iron beast, wasn't he? Of course, there were other reasons, and I gradually got into making things. But locomotives were definitely a catalyst for it. I used to live in a village way out in the countryside. We heard one day that tracks would be laid outside the forest, and everyone went wild. The grown-ups were also scared. The day a train was to pass, some of the more rebellious kids said they were going to check it out, and curiosity got to me. I snuck out to go see. We just waited and waited all day by the tracks, and we started thinking it wouldn't come at all. Then we heard a high-pitched whistle far off in the distance. It was just a little black dot getting bigger and bigger. It went clack, 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 clack. No sooner did we feel the vibrations when a huge monster-like mess ran past us. Black smoke rose from its front, and its whistle echoed around us. It also had a weird face.
Oh,
Pure white steam was being spewed all around it.
oh, Thomas.
It was really something. The other kids ran away, and I was the only one left, standing in a daze. My head was filled with the locomotive. All I could say was, wow.
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 That was the beginning of Impy Barbicane, and the reason I decided to devote myself to becoming an engineer. It's a little embarrassing to talk about. Am I boring you with all this?
Oh god. Oh, here's our next one.
Please be kind. That sandwich really gets... I'm really sorry.
Alright, so either someone can redeem this, or it's gonna be left up to RNG whether this man lives or dies.
Oh,
Matcha.
Matcha.
Matcha, what do you want to do?
I am a merciful god. I am having a lot of fun.
Oh,
Thank you, Sherlock.
Thank
you, Sherlock.
thank you, Herlock
Yeah.
Sholmes. No, I'm really enjoying this. Sherlock Holmes told me so. I feel like I've learned a little bit more about you. It makes me happy.
Oh. Ellipses.
What's the matter?
I don't know. It's a little embarrassing when you're so honest and straightforward like that.
There's nothing to be embarrassed about. You're worthy of respect. Impy starts to climb down from the roof, his face a little red. I follow him down to the ground.
I did tell you earlier to go back to the mansion and go back to bed. But why don't we work together for just a little while longer?
That's fine with me, as long as you're not suffering from sandwich death.
I'm about to go throw up in the bushes. All right. Your smiles recharged me, almost 100%. Let's tackle whatever's left to do. Just give me 5 minutes.
Impy looks serious again as he marches toward the bushes. For some reason, seeing him like this makes me happy.
How can a bunch of vegetables do what Taco Bell can?
Who knows? It's a mystery. Then, we use the limited amount of time we have to work on a remodel after remodel in order to improve the airship's performance. Finally, at Brekkie on the day of the race.
Alright, it's finally time. Gangsters from all over Britain, no, all over the world are watching the Black Gathering. Let's win this race with style and get our hands on Isaac's literary remains, or whatever.
Ellipses.
Uh,
Oh god.
Come to think of it, I have yet to hear the details of what's going on during the race. Do I need to be there in person? Apparently, we need a minimum of 5 members on our team in order to register for the race. Oh, I see. I suppose I'll have to go with you just for the body count.
Ellipses.
ellipses.
Why don't we take this opportunity to go into the racing venue in the airship and give a little test drive?
That's a great idea. So, you too. Let's head over to the race.
Ellipses.
Ellipses.
Why haven't either one of you said a word all morning?
You noticed that, did you, Vicky? You want to know why we're so quiet? Well, why don't we just tell you?
Impy gracefully stands up at the end of the table and looks at all of us. He slowly smooths back his hair, and then suddenly falls to his knees and places his head against the floor.
Oh god.
The movement is fluid and refined.
What are you doing?
Ultimate form of apology created by the finest minds in all of Asia. Do-ge-za!
Dogeza. Never heard of him. You said it was an apology, which means that you feel the need to apologize for something right now.
Impy nods vigorously, his face still staring at the floor.
Race was tomorrow. I still have to install the modified engine and give it a test flight.
I always knew you were an idiot. But when you go this far, it's more funny than pitiable at this point.
Bottle.
I had the date wrong too, and I'm sorry. I stand and bow, joining Impy in apology. Not that any of this will turn back the clock any.
Well, what's done is done. Why don't we head to the venue ahead of them?
What good will that do? There's no point in us going if we don't have an airship.
The airship will make it. Knowing you, Impy, you'll find some way to fix it up just in time for the race, right?
Yeah, obviously. I'll be ready by the 12 o'clock start time. I guarantee it.
Impy, I'll help. I'm just as responsible.
No need. We're forgetting about that sandwich. But your enthusiasm is appreciated, Adric.
If only didn't get food poisoning that one day.
Yeah, don't mention that, okay?
Okay.
Like Sadie G was saying earlier, you need at least 5 people present to even register for the race. Deli's gonna stay here in Mansion 6, so I want you to go to the race with Lupin and the rest, so we have enough people.
I see. Right. Good luck. You sure can do it, Impy.
Leave it to me. With a beauty like you cheering me on, there's no way I can fail. Time to get to work.
Impy cracks his knuckles and takes off.
Are you sure he can do this? I'm going to fill him with more lead than a pencil if he can't even join the race. He should be fine. His failures do stand out at times. But that's because he always tries new things. He's a gifted engineer.
Lupin nods in agreement.
Nod.
I agree. Impy is truly skilled. Find some way to make it happen. Van Helsing, you do acknowledge that Impy is very technically proficient, don't you?
Even with his skills, his personality ruins it. Either way, I won't complain if he makes it in time.
We've been through rougher situations together. Let's have some faith in him.
With Lupin's encouragement ringing in our ears, we prepare to depart. The Black Gathering's airship race will commence at noon. Audience members, please form a line to the right. Teams entering the race, please complete your registrations here. The venue's already overflowing with people.
Rumor has it that there's a lot of new teams entering the race this year.
Oh, then there may well be an unexpected twist. One of them rookie teams might hit the jackpot.
Well, isn't it likely? Folks with nothing better to do coming in from all over the country. How nice.
Half of these people are criminals. There certainly are some suspicious-looking faces in the mix here.
I'm getting a little nervous.
It's not good to fixate on victory. I'll be happy to join this race, just to compete with you all as a team.
We're not here just to be together. We need to win.
Pardon me. You're right. I suppose I was too excited.
Excited voices can be heard from all over. We make our way through the crowd and arrive at the reception desk. We'd like to register our team. Of course, please show me which of the airships moored at the landing field is yours. Oh, well,
Sorry, our airship isn't here yet. We're supposed to meet.
I see. Unfortunately, if you don't have your airship present, I can't register you. Will you have it here by 11 o'clock?
What? Why 11? I thought the race started at noon.
Yes, the race does start at noon, but we close registration an hour before the race is to begin.
My. We may be in some trouble.
This isn't good. Impy probably thinks the cutoff time's at noon. We're in a bit of a predicament.
I'll go back to the mansion and tell Impy.
It's no use. If you, it will take you that long to get back to the mansion.
What should we do then? Is there any way we can contact him?
If only we had another aether communication device. But we don't have that sort of cutting-edge equipment at the mansion.
If there's nothing we can do, there's no reason to panic. All we can do is wait.
We just need to keep believing in Impy.
I nod at Lupin's words and we continue to wait anxiously for Impy to show up. 10 minutes go by. Then 30 minutes are gone in a flash. Registration closes in 30 minutes. Any teams that have not yet registered, please do as soon as possible. That's easy for them to say. I wonder how Impy's doing.
This isn't looking so good.
Well, at least this will be Impy's last day on Earth. That's a silver lining.
Van Helsing, you can't.
No, it was a sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Impy, you can make it.
10 minutes later. This is bad. This is really bad.
Oh, as I recall, Impy is an extremely capable engineer, but isn't he usually a bit lax on time?
Ellipses.
Count, that's not helping. Saying that right now is only making the rest of us more anxious.
Impy, come on, please. I believe in you.
Just to make sure, if we can't join the race, we're going to simply steal the prize, correct? I wouldn't bet on that, as we would be making enemies out of both the major crime firms and the Yard. With the current state of things, it still seems to be our most realistic option.
And another 10 minutes go by. If you're really going to register, then you really need to show me your airship now.
It'll be here soon, I promise. Right, Lupin? Can you just wait a little bit longer?
Yeah, sorry, but I'm starting to lose faith.
It's strange to so confidently say that you're losing confidence.
Don't say things like that. Impy will be here soon. Probably. Just then, something blocks the light above us, turning the ground dark for a moment.
Oh, what's this?
We hear a sharp whistle. No!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Thomas! Thomas! I look up trying not to get my hopes up.
The wait is over, ladies and gentlemen. The star has arrived.
I was waiting so long for that.
A Thomas the Tank Engine passes by low overhead with Impy waving at us from it.
That's our ship.
I see. I'll register for you for the race, even though that's a train and not an airship. I think I recognize that man. Thomas? Please, being at the landing there 20 minutes prior to the race and be ready for it. I'm so glad I get to see its face again. The train.
I'm happy he made it.
I believed in him. Good job, Impy.
I better give Deli some PTSD. You were
He's
just
not
saying that you stopped believing in him. Either way, we don't have to bother stealing now.
This is why Deli's home.
Yeah.
I'm so glad he made it. I'm curious, though. Hey, Lupin, where'd you get that airship from in the first place?
Oh, I just...
I don't know who that is.
What the? Wait, is that gonna be Lionheart?
I don't think so.
Ah.
It's just someone.
What the? That's our airship.
Oh god! I turn around to shout to see a man looking up at the airship with his mouth agape.
Crap.
For some reason, Lupin ducks behind me. Lupin, did you steal that man's ship?
Oh my god.
Pretty much. They're Lairford sky pirates. We're using that airship to attack travelers to steal from other airships.
Lupin? You stole from Leiford?
So we get an airship, and Britain becomes that much safer. That's what I call killing two birds with one stone.
Exactly. But if those guys are here, does that mean they're entering the race?
So it seems. It looks like they've entered a more modern ship. If they had two, why didn't you steal the better one?
Maybe a freak. When I went out to steal our ship, I didn't have that sort of information.
Captain, let's go find. Let's go. Keep
Go
going.
ahead. You want me to do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Captain, let's go find whoever registered it and show him who's boss.
What? That's no good. Fighting is prohibited here.
Since whenever it's scared of a little rule like that, we've got to be strong.
Dolt, it's one thing to be passionate, but there's a den of the underworld. If we break the rules here, we're done for.
I see. That doesn't sound good. How very good.
How very glib. It's probably best that we don't find out we're the owners of that airship.
They're no match against us. But we want as little trouble as possible. Make sure you don't do anything to give us away.
Ha! How do you like it? This amazing ship is the product of the incredible Mr. Impy.
Impy roars with laughter from the ship.
Is he using the fucking loudspeaker?
Ah.
Of course he did that.
We're the Phantom Thieves.
Impy, eh? We'll get you good, Impy.
Fantastic. Now the Sky Pirates will definitely target us.
God. I think we're actually gonna end it off here.
Ah.
So, yeah. Let me save. I was hoping we'd get to Nemo, but it's like...
Oh, yeah.
I guess Nemo will have to be next week.
Airships,
Take a save my
aliens.
voice for next
Aliens.
week.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Oh
Thomas.
my God.
Especially
Sandwiches.
Thomas and sandwiches.
Deadly sandwiches.
Deadly
Someone
sandwiches.
needs to draw that sandwich that Atrix made.
Please, if someone
Look,
draws,
Like, I'd like to also think the help that Saint Germain was like, here, look in the, you get the use of the pantry.
yeah,
I'm going to sleep.
yeah, like, Saint Germain just opens the fucking pantry, like, okay, you're good. Let Jesus help you. And leaves.
Yeah, Jesus
Let
can
him
take
guide
the
the
wheel
way.
of the
I
sandwich.
wonder if she toasted the mayonnaise.
Probably.
Probably.
Definitely.
She also forgot to put it back in the fridge.
It's just been out.
It's out to live another poisoning. God. Okay. We're reading Vivica today. She's streaming Dragon Age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us for another Code Realize Read-Through. We do this every week, so our next one will be next week, next Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And next week, depending on how fast we go, we might actually make it to the end of the common route. So very exciting stuff.
Oh.
Common route.
Yeah, we'll
And
finally defeat the common route.
We'll finally see who the fuck's route we're on.
Yeah.
And I get to see if I get to voice
The assailant.
I have no fucking idea, so it's gonna be a surprise for everyone.
Surprise.
But yeah, alright, have a good night, guys. We'll be over to Vivica in a second. So yeah, everyone say bye.
Bye.
Bye.